Hey ladies, it's Ariane, and I am tried really hard to motivate myself to do this video. I have actually been sick well, I think probably since Tuesday. On Monday night, my husband and I got into an argument about something, and for some reason, the whole next day after that, I was really lethargic. I didn't feel good. I was really unmotivated. I wanted to lay on the couch and do nothing. And I thought that this was all because of this argument that I had with my husband. And I thought, man, I thought it was odd. I was like, I'm really depressed for some reason. But it continued and it didn't go away. And I had a runny nose, and I was really tired, like runny, sneezy nose, really tired, like I would feel sick, like I was going to throw up. Oh, the other symptom that I had was I probably goes right along with the nausea, but I had no appetite. I didn't want to eat anything. I was having a hard time. I would eat something, and then right after I had a couple bites, I'd want to throw up. And there were even a couple times where, like, I felt it start to come up, and I had to, like, run to the sink or run to the toilet. Another symptom that I'm struggling with is the bigger I get and the more far along in pregnancy I get, the more uncomfortable I am sleeping on my side. I do prop a pillow up between my legs. I don't have like a pregnancy pillow, I just use like a normal pillow. But I'm finding that I always end up on my back. That's my only comfortable position. I sleep on my back most of the night, and that's the one position that I feel like my hips don't get sore. I wake up every morning on my back and I'm like, oh, I'm back on my back again, but I don't know, it's the one position that I can actually sleep in that I'm comfortable in. Another symptom that I have not had, so I want to do a no symptom. Most women in pregnancy, and in fact, I almost want to say all women, I've never heard of another woman who has not had the symptom, either in pregnancy or while nursing. Most women's boobs leak. They leak colostrum when they're pregnant, and then when they're actually nursing, their boobs leak. It just happens. You wear breast pads. When a lot of women hear the baby cry and they get let down, they leak. I have never, ever once leaked. This is my third pregnancy technically, and I've nursed 2 babies. I have never once just leaked colostrum, leaked milk. I've never had to wear nursing pads, and so I don't know why. I've never had a problem actually nursing my children. I know that they get milk, but I just seem to have a good nipple shut-off valve, I guess. I don't know. I've never leaked. And so even like in my pregnancy, a lot of women at this point complain of like weird things going on with their boobs and weird leakage, and I don't have that. So I don't know. My boobs kind of just tend to be what they are. They get bigger, they get sorer, but they're not like doing things and making milk, and I'm sure they are making colostrum, but anyway, that was just, I thought I'd throw that out there, a symptom that I haven't had. So I kind of wanted to go over my doctor's appointment really quick, my midwife's appointment, because I went to talk to her. I had kept a list of all the food that I'd eaten for like 5 days, and was counting my calories. And so I really thought that I was going to show it to her and she was going to tell me that I had not eaten enough calories. The first day that I did it, I only ate like 1600 and something, but then every day after that, I kind of made sure I was closer to like 1800 and 2000. So I really kept it closer to probably in the 1800 calorie range. That is what I have found that is comfortable for me to eat. It's comfortable for my body to digest, and I feel like that is about what I have to eat in order to not gain 3 pounds a week. But even then, that's been my weight gain. It's been extreme. And so I went in to show her, and it was also, she was going to do blood work. It was a horrible appointment. Not because she was concerned. She did not care at all about my calories. And finally I asked her, like towards the end of the conversation, I said, okay, but how many calories would you want to see a pregnant woman have? And she said, And I kind of agree with this. She said, before you're pregnant, a woman like you, your size, can eat between 1,400 and 1,800 calories. And that's true. That's about all I need to maintain. I don't need a lot of calories. They say, when you read things that say a 2,000 calorie diet, that's based on like your average person. But a lot of us women don't need 2,000 calories. I know for me, I don't need 2,000 calories. That's not good for me. And so she said after, when you are pregnant, she said she could, she would like to see between 1,800 and 2,000 calories. So according to her, I was in my healthy weight, in my healthy calories, and she wasn't concerned about that. She wasn't concerned about my calories. She looked at the food that I'd eaten, and I ate good. I was really proud of how healthy I had eaten. I had a couple like treats kind of randomly either throughout the day or after a couple days, but I did not indulge. And I was really impressed with my low carbs and low sugars. She would look at a day and pick out the one carb, because I was complaining about my weight gain. And so she was just kind of everywhere as she was trying to figure out what my problem was. She would say, well, you had a cookie here. You need to make sure probably that you cut back on the carbs. And I'm thinking, look at the whole day. I had like one cookie. That's it. It's not like, or she felt the need to lecture me about basic nutrition, which I understand there's probably a lot of people out there who don't understand basic nutrition, and a lot of pregnant women do gain more weight than they should. So I understand kind of where she's coming from, but this is the second child I've had with her. I have my degree in culinary arts. I understand food. I understand calories. I understand proteins. I understand all of that. I think I have a pretty good idea about it. But she talked to me like I was an idiot, like I didn't know anything about like simple carbs versus complex carbs, or just how your body works. And so she would find the one thing that I ate that was bad in the day. For example, on one day, I had a cup of white rice, which I know is not good, but when that's like your one bad simple carb for the day, I don't think that every couple weeks rice is bad. I think it's everything in moderation. But she would point it out and be like, well, on this day, you gotta stay away. Maybe you just need to stay away from the carbs. Maybe you need to stay away from the simple carbs. Instead of white rice, do brown rice. And I'm like, yes, but I only had this much, and I didn't have much of anything else that day. And then, she lectured me about white bread versus whole wheat. And I'm like, first off, look at the lid. Do you see any bread? Like, I hardly had any bread. It's not like there's a ton of bread on there. I don't even eat it. Where do you even see it? Like, very, very little bread. I grind my own wheat, and I make my own bread. It's very, very healthy what I do eat. And so I had to sit there in the appointment and listen to her lecture me for about 45 minutes. And it was so hard because I was not feeling good. I was already sick. And I usually have a pretty high tolerance with people, but I really just wanted to punch her in the face. I felt so bad for thinking that. I felt so bad for wanting to get up. I was in a really uncomfortable position sitting on like her chair, like half leaned back. It was just the most irritating, frustrating. I just wanted to be like, fine, you obviously don't know what the problem is, because in the beginning of my pregnancy, when I came in to talk to her, because I was gaining weight a lot, her first answer was, well, you need to make sure that you kind of stay away from the calories and stay away from the ice cream and try not to indulge so much. And so in the beginning of my pregnancy, I was like, okay, I'll try to do that. And that was what I did. And so then this time, she was telling me about like how I need to stay away from carbs and stuff like that, but then she's also telling me maybe you're not eating enough. Maybe you need to eat more. Maybe your body thinks it's in starvation mode and so it's saving weight. But I'm like, you just told me a couple weeks ago that I was eating too much and then maybe that was the problem. And so now that I've changed that, now you're changing your possible story as to saying maybe I'm not eating enough. But then she was also telling me maybe I'm eating too much. It was like she was everywhere. And she had no answers, and she had nothing definitive, and I had to just sit there and listen to her. And then she started talking about her body and what she can eat and what she can't eat, and I'm just like, it was the hardest conversation. I started thinking, do I want you to deliver my baby? I don't think I want you to deliver my baby at this point. She said the same phrase. She's really kind of a nervous talker, and when she talks, she says, and and I had to sit there and listen. Every other sentence that she said was, It was a horrible conversation. She did take my blood, and she's going to test it. I haven't had any results yet. I have a feeling that everything's going to be fine, and I just have a really... No, sweetie, this is a lid. I have a feeling I really have just a low metabolism. I've always had, I feel like, a low metabolism. I've never been able to eat what I feel like most women of my size can eat just to maintain a healthy weight. And so I think, I don't know, I think that's probably the problem. I think I just have a slow metabolism. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there because I feel like I know I did go on a rant. I'm going to do belly shot. Today's laundry day, so all my clothes are being washed. So I have a pair of pants that, let me see if I can even, I don't know how good of a picture this is, but these are my pants that are my jammy pants that don't fit me, obviously. And anyway, so here is 35-week belly. And this is a new shirt I've never worn. I don't usually wear long sleeve, but again, it's laundry day. I hope this is a good picture. And I don't have any stretch marks. I don't have anything going on with my belly. And it hasn't been too itchy lately. It's actually been pretty comfortable. So, okay, so let's see if you can see this. It's about 39 inches right here. Wow, okay. And, anyway, this is a really lame update. Next week will be a lot better, I promise. So, thank you so much, ladies, for putting up with my rant. Anyway, okay, thank you, ladies, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye. Okay, I forgot to say this, but I have to throw this in there. It's been a frustrating week because I have had no energy, I have not felt good, and I feel like everything from my children pooping and peeing their pants all day long and having to clean up messes and having to clean up, just deal with this kind of just motherhood stuff that when you don't feel good, it just is really irritating. So I just came downstairs from making my video. Here's my yarn that I am knitting something with. And I'm sitting here going, lovely. What happened? How did this happen? And here it is. I believe this was probably a cat. But, I don't know. It has just been a week. One of those weeks that I'm ready for it to get better, and my dear sweet children are telling me that they are sorry. And I don't even think it was their fault. I think it was the cat. Was it the cat or was it you girls?
It was guys.
It was you girls? Oh, you got into my yarn?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my yarn. Oh, anyway, okay. This week is gonna get better. Okay. Bye.